Hey guys, so basically I had a completely different plan for today to record a video on a completely different topic, but I guess spirituality has been calling my name since I didn't pay attention how fast the evening came and it's all dark and I kinda need sunlight for that video, and you will soon know why once I post it. But for now I was brainstorming, like, what do I do? Like, half of my script is wasted because the shots that I plan to do, I am no longer available since it's evening. But while I was talking with my friend, I remembered a few things that I think will be very interesting for you, and I think it will really hit home, or I don't know what's the right what the right way to say it in English is, hit the nail in the coffin, something like that. Basically, exact thing that you felt a long time ago or whatever, doesn't matter, just but had no one to confirm or validate your thoughts. So essentially, when my whole spirituality journey started, I quickly realized that, for example, since I come from a Christian background, my country is mostly Christian, and my grandparents were very religious, etc., etc., etc. Basically, I'm most aware or educated about Christianity. So I quickly realized during my spiritual awakening that Bible is not meant to be taken literally, and I'm very sure that Quran isn't either, but sadly I'm just not familiar with it at all, to be honest. So I'm not gonna talk about what I don't know, and only stick to things that I truly know. But still, no matter what I say or no matter what I think, just remember that it's my opinion and thoughts only. This is not some universal truth, and uh, always make sure to just think for yourself and have your own opinion, and don't just copy anyone else's thoughts, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. In today's society, it's exactly like this. People see something on social media. Andrew Tate said something, now bam, half of the young lads just copy and mimic his words ideas, as one of the most viral examples. So yeah, just because he speaks in a way that is very just in a confident tone, and etc., 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 able to convince and persuade others that what he's saying is right. And that goes for every single guru, fake guru mostly we have in today's society. So yeah, basically, back to why I think that Bible shouldn't be taken written, understood literally, is because it's just not. I quickly understood that a lot of things that it's saying are just metaphors, and I still believe that there are things that are just to be taken literally, things that you might find while reading the Bible or here or whatever. Let's be real, nobody here really reads the Bible. We just hear from uh, reels or some YouTube videos, podcasts, whatever. Rarely anyone has truly uh, had a Bible in their hands. I did, and I really can say that I've read the full Bible from end to the start, but I really digged into it, and today's examples that I will be using are only that I truly know, have read, and confirmed by my own logic and beliefs. Let's just put it as that. I really try to avoid word truth, because everything I say here, it's not necessarily truth, is what I'm trying to say. It's just my opinion. So if I ever say truth or something like that, just understand that it's just my opinion. Alright, enough of the rambling. So first thing that just really stands out for me is I think it's John 21:5. I will correct on the screen if it's the wrong scripture. He says basically, and then Jesus said, again, I'm not saying it word for word, it's just how I remember it. You can either I'll pop it on the screen, description somewhere, or something like that, so you know exactly what I mean. That the story is that there were Jesus and people stuck in a boat, hungry, and they desperately needed to eat, and they were trying to fish, and I think they were throwing nets, but they couldn't get any fish. And then Jesus spoke and said, "Throw the net to the right side of the throw the net to the right side of the boat." And once they did, they caught plenty of fish, and that was it. I don't think there's any more explanation why to the right side in the Bible itself. So when I was just in one community meeting talking to people, it wasn't a Christian meeting or nothing like that, but it was more like spirituality. We were talking about spiritual things, and there were from young to old people, all kinds, all range of ages, or yeah, from young to old. And I asked the mentor who was leading this session to just randomly, I just asked, but do people, when they read Bible, understand why in that scripture it is said that throw to the right side? Why right side? And that it's actually funny, because one lady, which is in her 60s, 70s, stood up and said, "No, it didn't happen. Like, it wasn't said in the Bible." And I was like, just hold up. You will be humbled very, 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 very soon after this session. Either way. And then I began to explain, since nobody understood, neither would I have understood that like half a year ago, I think, or a year ago, is because it refers to creativity. And why right side? Because we have left side and right side of our brains. And left side of our brains is mostly responsible for analytical, logical thinking, all that sort of thing, maths, physics, you know. And the right side of the brain is the creative, art, intuitive brain. So what this meant in the Bible when Jesus said, "Throw the net, cast the net into the right side," it was a metaphor for the reader to understand that some problems require creative solutions. And let's say they had some sort of to keep it all as a metaphor, let's say you have some sort of plan how to achieve A, and you keep sticking to that plan and you just execute it and it just doesn't work. and it just doesn't bring the action, and then you're like doing it again and again and again, like they were casting nets probably on the left side because it's not clarified, and at least they think so. Casting nets, and it just doesn't work. Like, 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 you don't know what's wrong, but then you need to kind of think outside the box, as they say, and think more creatively and think how, like, how can I achieve this differently? And that's exactly what Jesus has been teaching in the Bible. So yeah, and creative thinking got them plenty of fish. To very, very roughly sum it up in my own words. If you don't agree with me or anything I just have said or will say, please come to the comment section. Tell me what you disagree with. Tell me what you think I'm wrong. Or if you agree with me, you're very welcome to add more on that. And I really appreciate both critic, negative comments and positive comments. So I'm just like you, probably still learning. I'm not above any of this. I'm just telling my own experiences. That's all it is. So yeah, another example was that I heard today by a monk that I was just listening to his video. I'll probably just add the video here.
And in spirituality, this topic is very, very developed, the topic of alcohol. You take Christianity. Jesus Christ turns water into wine. What is that? That is a metaphor. He turns mundane life into spiritual life. So what does the wine symbolizes? It symbolizes the experience of paradise. That's why Jesus Christ gives you the wine. You experience the paradise.
So what was he trying to say is that Jesus showed, the metaphor is that you can turn ordinary into something, into heaven pretty much. You can turn ordinary into heaven. And how I understand it is you can turn your not just view of life or just how you view things from just, I don't know, one way to positively, let's say, and have positive outcomes. Because if you have negative brain or negative beliefs about yourself and the world and everything, then just everything will be negative, because as the thought, so the thin. As within, so without. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's another proof that it's all pretty much metaphors, and those who can understand them, those can crack the keys to life, I guess. Sense, to put it in a sense. So yeah, that's the whole rant. And not only do I want to highlight that the Bible should not be taken literally, I also want to highlight in this video just that it's just the matter of how you view things, life, yourself, that has to change for you to change, for your life to change, for everything. And it's easier said than done, but it's possible. Clearly it's possible. For example, when I was a teenager, I was very depressed, and I didn't believe that this life that I have right now is possible or would be possible in the future, or that just kept. Well, when you're stuck in a negative mind loop, you think negatively. So obviously that's how I imagine things. But reality is that it's all in your head. Literally, it's all in your head. Damn, it's too dark. That's the point. But we can see a better view here. Pool, villa, somewhere in the mountains, but you can't really see since it's dark. But yeah, it's possible. It's possible. The life you want is possible. Everything you want is possible. And just listen to your intuition, listen to your inner guidance, and just chip at it one thing at a time. And don't get discouraged when things you want don't come right away faster when you expect them to come. Doesn't matter long or fast, because I didn't expect or knew or anything when what will come, but it did. So just keep a positive mindset, because negative mindset is just suicide. Peace.